Hey everyone, welcome back to Crusader Kings 2 Holy Fury, and this would be the reason that I don't play an Iron Man. I just played this entire part, conquered a lot of things, did a lot of raiding, hit a lot of talking, and then I realized that I only hit record on the audio side and never started recording video. Whoops. So, if it seems like I know exactly what's going on today, it's because I've already done this one. Hopping right into it, King Thordor the Usurper, looking like he's not going to last too long on his new throne. Because everyone underneath him is either Catholic or Sunni, and he only has one chiefdom, which isn't even in the correct land. And I don't really mind if he dies, as long as this stays in my empire, which it will, it doesn't matter which king sits the throne to me. That said, we don't need him to be a weak, terrible king with one county in an irrelevant location. There are plenty of holy war targets that are just next to him, and on the way back, since I can't fit all 40,000 of these guys on the boats, I may as well just hook a right and conquer some stuff in this direction. So, while I'm absolutely going to continue heading back with some of these guys, I'm going to have the biggest stack stay behind and start walking towards Croatia, and I'm also just dallying Transylvania right now. I can't think of a single good reason for these people to be independent. Also, fun thing, we're switching our vote from King Magnus, which nobody wants to vote for, to Sigurdur. And the reason we're doing that is because we can't currently get our person to win. But if we view electors, this is amazing. My candidate, 50. His candidate score, 0. They're voting for people that they know are bad. I didn't know this was a mechanic. I think this is the guy. Yeah, I love this. Like, look at his rationale. Your candidate, he's got problems, but I can understand why you might pick him. His candidate, he's a soft, incompetent fighter. He's an inexperienced commander and an infamous man. He's a vile coward. Which, I mean, let's be real, that's pretty much the best we could hope for a Scandinavian emperor, right? Like, I had no idea that they could intentionally vote for bad candidates. I didn't know that was a mechanic. So we have to vote for an actual candidate that people won't, because no one wants Magnus. That means we're switching our vote back to Sigurdur. A bunch of ransoms from the end of last episode are coming through, and now we have some assaults to do. These aren't that bad. Like, 1,000's a little bit rough, but we have a 10k stack here. Sure, I'll usurp that, I guess. And apparently Croatia just revolted, but I mean, that's fine. That doesn't actually matter. I'm just going to declare war on the revolt instead. Sick revolt, guys. Good job. Anyway, as I was originally trying to do, we're going to declare war on Croatia for real this time. They actually mustered together a 1,400 army, which is fairly impressive considering how shit their levies are, but it's nowhere near enough. And that's 100% without actually bothering for the last county. Good game, get out. I'm gonna have this guy start heading north to deal with all of these single counties and double counties. I'm gonna send this 9,000 stack to Rocklau, and eventually they're gonna meet up just because one of the stacks will have to slow down to conquer so many more territories than the other. Also, my raiders have made it to the shore. I'm ready to go pillaging. More titles to be usurped. So now that I've actually conquered some land near Pannonia, I can give it to Thordor the Usurper, and he can, you know, maybe actually hold on to his land. So the awkward thing for me is I'm very capable of being like this dag, but I'm just going to choose not to because I don't care about being like this dag, I care about the long-term success of my dynasty. And with regards to that, we need to start being mean. Now this man obviously doesn't care if we take Eland back from him, it's not useful for him at all. However, everyone else does take minus 15 from that. Now, on to some real tyranny. We messed up this viceroy. And I was planning on just plotting to kill, but there are too many errors for that to work. We've been plotting to kill the same guy for, like, more than 2 years now. But we do have a 100% imprison chance on him. So we're just gonna be tyrannical about it. Now we also need to imprison everyone else in this dynasty, which includes this random Irish kid over here. So with the last of our kids safely locked away, we now need to deal with them. Which, of course, is very easy to do, because we can sacrifice them to the blood gods. You see, they picked Old Germanic, which is not the correct version of Germanic. And her daughter, who was already dead, apparently had a dwarf son who have imprisoned. And since he worships the right version of our god, we just execute him normally. So with that, our viceroy is now actually a viceroy. Her land will come to us when she dies. Anyway, on to pillaging and conquering. So I just went around and built more hill fort upgrades in all the capitals of my vassals. And while I was doing that, I couldn't help but notice that Mercia is defending against King Magni of Ireland. Now, you might think that this means, of course, the Queen of Ireland is dead. But you'd be wrong. She's perfectly fine. You see, her husband is the man who is essentially the Archduke of Wales. I don't know how that got sorted out. I don't know why they agreed to this. But that's not my problem. That's just an interesting nightmare my vassals have to deal with. I don't know if I've mentioned that I hate England. But boy, do I hate England. This is... You remember that one time that Italy and Germany fought over Dominion of Scotland? Yeah, me neither. That would have been weird, right? People are challenging me to home gang. I've got over 130 more combat, so I'm going to accept. Axe gonna carve you a new smile. And I'm not gonna bother going to France or Australia. I just want to minimize the number of people I'm responding to. Oh, I've never seen this before. This was a draw. Neither of us get wounded. We both have grudging mutual respect now. We both gain 50 prestige. That's neat. I had no idea that was an outcome. Another one of my kids, this time Thorfinn, has decided to set out on his own and find some land to conquer. Good luck with that. Oh shit! Ireland won! Yeah, they just took this county from Mercia. I might not even need to down Mercia. My vassals might just rip them apart piecemeal on their own. That'd be nice. Anyway, time for another quick conquest war. Alright, so we're going to diverge from history a bit. Last time, I did what I always do, and I failed to realize that this is tyranny. So this time, I'm going to read the message, and then do the same thing, go to my council, and fix it. So, Sir Thorfinn here is ruining everything, which means he needs to be replaced, so I'm going to hire a new one. So now this is much more even, still kind of shit, but it's good enough to pass, so we're doing it. And that's Rocklaw down. Very easy war, no one is surprised. And also, that's our borders restored. It's not border gore if it's connected, right guys? This is fine. So I'm going to send this guy northeast to Smolensk, which is likely where he'll be meeting up with the Second Army. I'm going to start declaring wars on all these single county counts. I'm going to start with this one first. It doesn't matter. Either way, I have to walk backwards. It looks like Germany might finally be coming up here to stop my raiding. They probably shouldn't have raised their levies. This was probably a bad call on their part. They still have 1,600 garrison, you know. That seems normal to me. Jesus. Real quick. Yeah, I have 700 garrison. They're just pumping buildings that don't give them troops and instead give them higher garrison size. Yeah, they've got max level stone watchtowers, like assholes. Alright. I'm going to assault it down after the first tick, I guess. I don't really have an alternative. So, the Archbishop of Cumbria just took something else. This tile. Just looking at England makes me angry. I'm going to stop going over there. Right, that's the first siege tick. We're going to attack now. Yeah, that hurt quite a fucking lot. That was 3,000 losses. Wasn't really a way around that. Is this one as bad? Nowhere near. Just declaring the next war immediately, no reason to wait. We're just going to walk in, smash their single county, walk out. It's not really a fight. Oh hey, look at that, they're dead. Weird, right? So this new land I've just conquered definitely belongs to Lithuania de jure, but I'm going to be giving it to Estonia because Estonia is small and needs the help. If Lithuania takes it back from them, I don't really care. Yeah, this is a garrison of 1,600, so I'm just going to hang out and wait for the rest of my retinues to show up. God, look at all of the troops moving around in Saxony. That is a little bit silly. I almost forgot to declare war on this guy, which would have been a little bit embarrassing. So this attrition tick is going to be rough. It's going to cost me like 3,000 men, but that's about how many we would have lost to assaulting anyway. Send half of them up, send the other half just out in general. And yeah, Germany has shown up. I swear to God, I checked this right before I walked in and they were nowhere to be seen. So I think what it is this tile is probably very, very small. Because nobody had even begun to approach when I was watching the assault at first. But now we have to panic and send everyone to help them. And they're probably going to need like actual commanders to lead the fight. Do I need to send another 2,000? These guys could be coming to reinforce, so I'm going to wait for this siege tick, and then I'm going to send them. Alright, now that that siege tick has happened, I can send those guys. These guys are done raiding, so I can just pull them back in general. There's a stack of 7,000 here from Pomerania, Bohemia, Poland, just, you know, Europe in general. Alright, there's another army of 1,700 over here from Germany. Not actually confident that's winning. And we've just finished this. I'm going to send these guys onto the boat. I'm just going to send everyone onto the boat and reinforce with all of this, because we're basically done on these tiles anyway. Wasted a bit of time here, not a huge deal though. Assaulting is faster than waiting for him to respond. Okay, so I'm actually going to not conquer as quickly as I can here. This leads back to the whole thing where this isn't the first time I played this because I forgot to hit record. Because I know that at this point, France is about to come here and Khazaria is about to come here. Like, 2 consecutive wars is enough time for people to start getting to my land. And I'd rather not have to deal with them pillaging all my shit. Life is just easier if I take a second to breathe here. So we're going to do just that. We're going to take a second to breathe. And we're going to move around, get ready for future wars. Because we're in a no rush. We can conquer this at our own pace, we don't need to do anything crazy. People are complaining, let them rot unless they have money, in which case let them out. So there are 4 tiles total left that I could pillage. I'm just not going to spend my time on that, I'm going to go somewhere else. And it looks like Ireland is getting work done. So Ireland just took this from Mercia, good job guys. Just Scandinavia written all over the British Isles in progressively smaller fonts. That's really satisfying. I think if we can take this one tile, it'll just plaster Scandinavia in huge font right here, which is what I want it to do. That requires me to go to war with Novgorod. I can't really do that. Not efficiently, anyway. Okay, I've got no idea how Thorfinn got this calligraphy thing. Because the original owner is Thorfinn of Thorfinn's. This was made for him. This must be from something other than the Jade Empire, because, like, he's right here, somewhere. He's sure as shit not near the Jade Empire. What I mean to say is Chinese Empire from the Jade Dragon DLC, but because of the Jade Empire game from BioWare forever ago, I just think of it as Jade Empire in my head. So I'm going to be doing the same thing I was doing in Germany, where I pointedly don't siege the foreign tiles. That way I only have to deal with France, and I can leave more people on the boats to reinforce when shit goes wrong. I'm just going to title this video 100 duck-sized horses. That's what this series of wars is. Would you rather 1 giant war or 100 tiny wars? Yes, 100 tiny wars, please, those sound adorable. I feel like now is too early, like they're not ready to do this. But I'm totally gonna do this. I can't wait all day. Holy War for Radamicia, let's dance. Okay, so what have I walked into? 1,000 stack here. If he decides to fight me, I'll need to reinforce because of troop quality. But except for that, France has no immediate response, so we're good there. And Smolensk really has no ability to defend themselves. They have a total levy of 23. Look, this isn't me. I didn't pre-pillage them. I don't know how they're independent. They don't deserve to be independent. More than anyone else so far, Smolensk does not deserve to be independent. Also, they've got a really descriptive name. They are indeed small. The tiniest nation with the tiniest military. So as of yet, France hasn't decided to fight me. This went way better for them than I imagined it would. I guess, like, you can see looking at it why. They have heavy infantry and horses and archers, and I have, yes, light infantry. That's it. That's all I've got. My entire army is 100% light infantry, which is not the ideal composition. But we've known that forever. Our armies are built for sieging and assaulting and pillaging. They are not built for actually fighting other armies. Oh hey, there's still this one retinue stranded on Ireland from like 2 episodes ago. I should handle that at some point. So they should at some point get together and like actually try to push me out. They have around 4,000 troops in the area. And you know, the rest of France probably has at least 10 troops in it. Maybe even a dozen. Who knows? Oh my god, she's finally of age! Our bloodline marriages are finally happening. Make her brave. Or don't, make her whatever. But betroth them and start making babies. Neither of you are gay, right? Well, she is frail and dull, but except for that, she's fine. No, we have a net bonus of 5% fertility. Hopefully no one randomly dies there. Alright, we can finally get shit done. We can finally have Bloodlines start joining up. So, what's France doing? Because they should be doing, you know, something. It's looking like they aren't. Which is the wrong answer. They should be doing something. Now, I know that we're at war right now, but is there any chance that I could shag your 15-year-old niece? Come on, France. You're better than this. Anyway, no. No, you can't. So I forgot to get the previous land out. I'm just going to keep giving this land to Estonia, because they need all the help they can get. They're just easily my smallest king vassal. Now, this land I'm going to be giving to Lithuania, just because they're the only person bordering it, but apparently I'm automatically telling him to stop a plot right now, so I'll get back to him in 2 days. It looks like they all joined up to come fight me and then gave up on that idea. I do notice that says prince, though. Can I cut him off? Yeah, I kind of want that prince. I'm gonna cut them off. Ah, damn, just got a mayor. That's not nearly as valuable. Now, there's a stack of 3,000 here from Normandy. They aren't intercepting us immediately, so we don't really need to care right now. This is already burnt to the ground. Did I burn all this already? Oh, it's probably been burnt for a while, huh? Yeah, it comes back up this year. There's no reason for any of us to be here. Everyone go home. We already robbed them blind. What are we doing? Yeah, their shit's still on fire from the last time we were there. Just gonna leave now. Kind of awkward. Oh, wait. This is a single county count. Come back. This guy does not deserve to be independent at all. So let's knock this single county count out, because there's no reason whatsoever for him to be independent. That's ridiculous. 158 garrison. That might be the saddest conquest we've ever had. So now we can give him all this land we just took. Congratulations. These guys can begin pre-pillaging all of Wessex. Don't really have any reason to not. Because we are going to be holy warring Wessex very soon. I'm just going to walk straight through several other pagans to get to this independent one up here, and then I'm going to dial him too. It looks like these guys have a stack of 1,600 that they're walking over to try to help with, but awkwardly that's just going to cause them to lose it. Because this war is already over, and now I'm declaring war on the place they just left. Whoops. That's really embarrassing for them. And after that, we're going to immediately declare war on this group next, and I think we'll finally be done with all of these tiny wars. Oh great, I'm a falconer. You know what, Go ahead, Dag, you be a falconer. I don't know, it seems really boring to be a falconer. It feels like it's meant to be a cool thing, but in my head, being a falconer is like the medieval equivalent of being really into model train sets. Yet another war won. So now we just walk into their land again, like we always do. Declare a holy war for, I believe, 2 counties? Yes, 2 counties. How's this going for Wessex? Poorly? Big surprise. We're finally up to Ravager, no longer a mere Viking. Doing honor to the family name there. Assault the first tile, move to the next. Assault the second tile. Move to the next. You might notice a pattern. We beat up armies of less than 100 men, then we hit the assault button, and then they give up because they've lost. It's a very complicated system. Chief Nupa the Conqueror? Who? Apparently this guy was previously a successful host ruler. Can I make fun of him for being a hunchback? Well, I can literally say your parents should have killed you for having a hunchback. I'll go with that. And that apparently easily won. Everyone was like, haha, he does have a hunchback. We had a very advanced sense of humor back in the medieval ages. And then after I went back, dude, don't be mad, it's just a game. Which is exactly how you feel after someone insults your physical appearance, right? You're not mad because it was just a game. Alright, that's 100% on our final fucking war. These retinues can, at long last, come home. So I think that when Venetia gets these tiles, they'll eventually move their capital here, because they're substantially better than anything else they have. Which is to say they have more than one holding in them. It's a pretty easy qualifier to hit, really. No, there's not really anyone who should have a random tile in the middle of Novgorod. But I've got to give it to somebody. So sure, Estonia. Well, guess what you get? It's a random tile in the middle of Novgorod. We're back down to 4 of 8. That's our de jure duchies. And oh, hey, look, we're almost completely done pillaging this. Let's just leave and redeclare. Everyone, please switch out to your war flags. So we're just going to split up into 2 groups of 8,000 each and just assault here, then there, assault here, then there. Very quick war with Wessex. Oh, right, I should actually declare the war. That's an important step. Oh man, I don't know how I'll get past these garrisons of 150. This might be the saddest war I've ever waged. Like, I don't have anything to say about it. I feel mean. I feel like they don't deserve this. Like, no one deserves this. Oh, he already gave up. He's like, you can stop now. You don't need to assault anymore. I'm good. You win. God, I'm sorry, Wessex. So, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with this land. Whether or not these guys are supposed to go pillage France, or whoever owns the West Coast these days. I don't know if I'm conquering Pictland, or if I'm doing some other thing. I know that we've gained a lot of land, and I feel good about it. And I'll sort out all of the management stuff involving England and future wars tomorrow. This has been rather Incoherent. I hope you've had a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that channel growth nonsense. And I'll see you around.